If you're like me and a car enthusiast, you probably either have multiple sets of wheels or you're always shopping for wheels. And one of the biggest things you have to look out for is offsets. And unfortunately, not every wheel that you like will come in the right offset for your car. I'm a firm believer that any car can look better if you just lower it slightly, depending on the use, of course, and you get the right offsets, whether that's spacers or the right set of wheels that has a perfect offset. Flush fitment is what I'm always after. Offset really helps determine how far the wheel sits in the wheel well, or does it poke out. The lower the offset, the further the wheel's going to stick out. With my Mercedes, I actually opted for Rotiform KPS wheels that were plus 35 with a 10-inch width. Now I knew this would cause a little bit of poke because that's a little aggressive for this car. I purchased them and I was fine with the poke a little bit. However, now with my pursuit of trying to lower this car, I have run into the issue that I'm rubbing on my fender. What I really need to do is just make them go in a little bit, which means I'm actually raising offset. So my goal is to maybe be between 38 to 40. And I think that's exactly the clearance I need to get this wheel to not rub on the fender with the tire. A lot of people don't recommend taking any material away from a wheel because it could ruin the structural integrity of the wheel. However, in this case, this is the hub of the wheel, and I do feel very comfortable taking off 3 to 4 millimeters and being able to put this back on the car with enough material without any risk of the structural integrity of the wheel. So that is the route that I decided to go down. I've never done this before, so you guys get to come and follow me on this process. Let's go do this.
Okay, so here we are. This wheel is plus 35. Yep, right there. So my goal is to make this about a plus 37 or a 38, something like that. So what they're gonna do, I'm hoping, is just be able to machine this down a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and drop this off to the machine shop that I found here in Dallas. Okay, so here we are the next day, and I just picked these up from the shop. So this is where they smoothed it all out. Looks very good. Shaved off about 0.160. After doing some hardcore math, that is about 4 millimeters that they shaved off. But that should bring the offset from 35 to 39-ish. We're gonna put that wheel on to test fit it and make sure everything looks good. And then we'll go get the tires mounted and back on the car, and then I'll adjust the height. All right, moment of truth. Well, it slips on perfectly, no issues. Looks like I still have tons of clearance in the back. So I think we're in good shape. And we're back. We have the tires mounted, so let's go ahead and get these on the car, and then I'm gonna figure out how to lower these links right there. All right, so this is under the car. I'm on the driver's side right now. So this is the link that you adjust. So basically what I've been doing is taking this nut off, pushing this out, arranging this, and then sliding this through, and then putting the nut back on. So I've lowered it a decent amount. So now I'm going to match how many threads are right there to the other side as well. So I'm going to count these, and I think that is 3 threads showing. So it's right on the 4th. You could measure this. I'm just going to eyeball it, and we'll do it on the other side so I can show you how to do it. So I have my ratcheting 10. So I'm going to try to loosen this nut right here, but I'm going to hold it with both hands, so give me a second. So I have my ratcheting wrench on my 10 nut. So I usually, you can just put pliers on there, needle nose pliers, and stop it from rotating, and it'll come right off. Or if you have another 10, you can. I just couldn't find my other 10, so I've just been using needle nose pliers. Okay, so my nut is loose, and now you just kind of gently pop that out. So I'm going to make this so only 3 threads are showing, and then I'm going to put it back on. Okay, so now I am at 3 exposed here as well. Slide that in there, make sure these are tight. Slide that nut back on, and just use your plier or your 210s to tighten that. Here it is tightened, and like I said a second ago, I'm going to start the car now and see where it airs out to. Okay, so I may have aired it out too much. Now it's got a reverse rake. I think I need to raise that just a little bit. I can't get over how good this drop looks. Look at that. Look at that fitment.